April's thoughts, feelings, and reactions. How did we get to here? How did we get to here today? What are our thoughts, feelings, and reactions of the year 4 in business? Obviously, so much has happened. Obviously, new words, new abilities, new adventures, new abilities. It's called synergy for a reason. For a reason. Okay. So I am working on my 4th book in the series, and Wisdom's Fool turns into Yellow Heart. So that's the transition of this year. And I have always been Yellow Heart. And in Wisdom's Fool, we lose language. We are super stupid and no one understands what we're saying to them. We have to play the fool in order to ascend to a higher vibration. It's always so fascinating. I have learned a lot of lessons in the last 4 months, if not the last 39 years. We're hitting the big 40 for me, so that's exciting. We are launching and editing book number 2 right now, and it really is the punch. Man, does life sucks. And when I reread it and when I'm editing it, I didn't know how sad my book was. So like, get ready for a sad book. Like the feelings of sad are all over that, but you have to flow with feelings. So, and it's like this very sweet book of grace and how sad life can be. But when you surrender to the punch, you surrender to the grace of life, and you surrender to the joy and the glory of life, which is so hard to explain and so hard to write. So I've been wrestling with these beautiful concepts that make no sense, but they're starting to make sense. And I think that's life. There's all this hidden meaning flourishing within us, and it's begging us to learn and speak. So January, February, March, especially January, February, I lost language. So I couldn't even make videos anymore. I had no idea where anything was going. And like, I received the epiphany, and it was so beautiful. It was like water. So Yellow Heart is a twin, and Blue Heart is her twin. So blue and yellow make green, which is rebirth. And so I have a really hard time giving and receiving love. That's one of my dualities of confusion. But I have learned about the Empress and what it really means to be divine feminine, which is very exciting. And you don't do anything, you just be. You let the universe come to you. And I have a really hard time explaining this because it's like, no, you have to do. You be. So one of the first great epiphanies today was you wake up, you are given life every day. That's the Empress within you, is you are given life. You get to live, you get to breathe, and you get to experience this holy, wild moment. That is the Empress within. The Empress gets to receive good gifts. And the gift of life is this gift today in this moment. And that's why meditation is super important. So I did a lot of meditations this year, and it's cool because I did a lot of meditations for other people. So that is also the miracle. When I give and receive my love to other people, I get to see their miracle. I get to see their love and their growth. So like, I didn't know I was going to talk like this. I didn't know my language because it was going to change, but like it changed in the best approach. And like I play at very high levels now, level 4. Look at that. The sun's like making me white. It's just so weird. Like very symbolic of the light worker, which is part of my book. So I wanted to do just a really nice little synopsis of how we got here and like part of my writing. So the first book I ever wrote was my first year of business, The Legendary Journey, Slay Some Dragons. And it really is, you have inner demons that you need to fight. You have pattern beliefs that hurt you, and like they are helping you survive in life. In the lower vibrations of life, it's survival mode, but in higher vibrations, it's thriving. So how do you get from survival, T-Rex brain, to Empress and Emperor brain, and thriving mentality? You become the master of your own domain. So really, A Journey of Epic Proportions, Slay Some Dragons is about worthiness. It is about this weird, awkward kid that's a unicorn, me, becoming the Viking princess. And she knew she had more levels after the Viking princess, but like, I'm tall, I'm big. I love winter. I love the death of life. I love the frozen, hidden mysteries of life. Like, winter is a season in our life that is so beautiful. I mean, snow is sparkle. You get to see sparkle, and like, it's so much easier to breathe in winter because you breathe this fresh air. For me, like, winter is fresh air, summer is burn, summer is the fire of life. So I'll get to that. So really, career development is the sum total of your life, which is your life, which is the legendary journey. So I do career development at high levels, low levels, and all levels. Like, I want people to enjoy the journey. Part of the journey is creative imagination. You have to untap your unlimited potential to really create something that you love in your life. You have to awaken your creativity, and everyone's creativity is different. Every story is different, but because we live in this life and we understand this life, creativity is pulling from the destructure of life and restructuring in another form. So like, I love creativity. I love play. I love understanding things. I like breaking stuff down and then rebuilding it to build an empire. So the empire is always in your heart, in your mind, and in your soul. So like, part of Phoenix career development, part of the books that I write is about how do you build an empire. So like, really, A Journey of Epic Proportions, Slay Some Dragons is the worthiness that you are worthy to build an empire. And that's my first book. So like, whew, tingles. Like, I love my first book. It's out on Amazon. It's all over the place. You can buy it if you want. My second book is just getting edited right now. And it really is the punch. Life can hurt you in every self-mastery scale. It can hit you in your head. It can hit you in your heart. It can hit you in your gut. Like, you are constantly in a spiritual battle. How are you playing the game? How are you getting hit and hitting back? And it really is how we interpret the punch, and can we surrender to the punch? Because once we surrender to the punch, a new energy emerges. And like, very fascinating, very hard to explain, but like, I will give you new language. Like, and you get new language. So that's book number 2. It's really like round 2, ding ding ding, grace and glory, self-mastery. Yeah. And so boop boop boop. In the second book, it's the play of the Viking princess. And like, what does she do? And the Viking princess learns about grace in the second book. And because she learns about grace, she learns about glory. So then in the third book, she becomes the empress. And so every woman has an empress within her. Every woman has this, life is going to suck, I can create. And like, that's the thing about being divine feminine. That's the thing about like masculine and feminine together, working together. We can create our life. We can create how we interpret the situations in life, which is so beautiful. So third time's the charm is about alignment of heart, mind, and soul. So like, my whole third year business, I was like, well, how do you align your heart, your mind, and your soul? You align it through love. And I'm like, yes, what a great epiphany. So you can have orgasms, not just sex, but you can have orgasms of the heart, of the mind, and the soul. And like, you can do that with the universe. You can do that with holy wildlife today. You do not need a man. You do not need like your counterpart. You are your counterpart, and everything that you perceive outside of reality is actually you. Empire of the mind. So enjoy the ride. There's new theories in like everything that I've learned running a company. came in my third year. I was like, well, I have to explain co-creation with the universe. I have to explain sacred contracts. I have to explain higher level concepts. And I don't know how. But we are called to create with the universe, and we're called to love. So the Viking princess to the Empress. And it, like, the third year is the Empress story. And so from that, year 4 is whoop, whoop, now diligence and proficiency in play. And so how do you win the game? It doesn't matter if you win or lose, it's how you play the game. And we started, like, where do we go from the Empress? You start a new game, you start a new level, you start higher up. So the Empress turned into wisdom's fool. And like, honestly, it's been really rough. It hasn't though, because there's been so much grace. Wisdom's fool got stupid. I got stupid this year. And I'm very, very smart. So it was really interesting to play in dumb. And I was like, I don't have words, I don't have language, I'm learning language. Like, I get why most people don't grow, because it's like, you're stupid when you grow. You like 2 steps backwards because you're learning a new language, and then but like, we get stuck in here where we've come back down to dumb. Dumb is a part of our life. In order to be very smart, you have to be dumb. And like, okay, rich people at top are kind of dumb, and some of us are not. So like, it just depends on how you want to play the game. And I am structural engineer of career development. I wanted to teach people about the game and how to play the game and how to win the game in your perceived reality. Like, how do you enjoy the play? So wisdom's fool knew about love. She had to turn into a heart. We all have to turn into hearts, because there's a vibrational frequency within us that is love, and love is all consuming. Like, I made tea today, and love was in that tea. And when you drink the tea, you could taste the love. So you can taste love, you can feel love, you can touch love. And love is not just a man and a woman. Love is tea. Love is fill in the blank. So like, through all of my vibrational frequencies of my empire, the books, diligence and proficiency is really playing the heart, playing the mind, playing the soul. And like, the huge epiphany of my 4th year and what I struggle with, and like, I struggle with giving and receiving love. And like, because I don't give and receive love, I have a hard time giving and receiving good gifts. So like, this is a new adventure for me to like love and like give and receive love. And so Yellow Heart gets to mix with all of her cohorts. So this year I'm learning how to be a hypnotherapist, which is very fun because it's your spiritual superpowers. So how do you become a hypnotherapist with integrity and grace? You learn the game in a different way. You learn the game with love, and you learn the game with vibrational frequency, and you learn the game with giving and receiving love. And like, people loving themselves is a huge concept within hypnotherapy of growth and love and breaking pattern beliefs to be someone else, to be a better version of yourself, is what my version of hypnotherapy is. It's not about control and power, it's about grace and like surrendering to your holy wild, surrendering to your empress and emperor, surrendering to the alignment of heart, mind, and soul. So there's so much within it. So your authentic self is shining. So I did a hypnotherapy session to be like, yo, I want to lose weight. And it's like, no, actually, you have weight because you're scared of society. You have weight to protect you. And I'm like, I do have weight to protect me. So like, in order to shed weight, love, and like shine who you are. So it wasn't, I thought it was going to be about like fat and like, but there's always these sub hidden meanings within who we are. So shedding like fat and shining to be who you are, that's the actual fear pattern belief that I had before I went into hypnotherapy with my hypnotherapist. So we went on this journey, and like, because it's a couple times into my hypnotherapy and we're relaxed and creative imagination. We're playing in the creative concept in hypnotherapy. We're playing in your subconscious. I went back to 12-year-old me, 6-year-old me, and we were going to play a scene. But then it was like, no, no, no. Go back to who you were before you were Lorette, when you were deciding to be Lorette in society. So like creative imagination took over and feelings took over. So like I went before I was born, before the glint in my mother's eye, and I became the sun. And so there was just like the feeling of like pouring out of me, like so much fire from out of me, which is interesting because my company is called Phoenix Career Development. You have fire within you. You have this tenaciously awesome burn within you. You become fire to change into something different. And so we're going to do reframing. And I was like, whoa, we're not sun anymore. I feel this like cleansing, refreshing flow coming into play. So I turned into water. So like before I was born, I was sun and I was water and I was river. And water always means feelings. And like when you live in hypnotherapy, it's feelings and you have to love feelings. And I have never loved the summer, but I love the summer now. So like the Viking princess turned into yellow heart, which is summer, which is loving the sun. So my core essence of who I am is seasons. I am season of Viking princess. I am season of yellow heart, like the moon and the sun. Very beautiful, which I'm just like, oh my God, this conceptually is so big. It is delusions of grandeur turning into grandeur. And that is manifestation at high levels. And so I am playing at manifestation at high levels, which is quicker ways to manifest and self-master who you are and create a life that you love. And so that is career development, is creating a life that you love at higher levels, enjoying the moments. And here's the thing, you are guaranteed a crash. As soon as you hit that high, you will be like, because that's the flow of life. So that's why after I was water, we turned into air, and air brings us back up to sun. And so I'm an air sign, obviously. I'm thought, reaction, and feelings. So like everything is so beautiful, the transition of life, the sun to water to air. And so I had no idea how to write that in my 4th year of business. And it's the giving and receiving of love. That's how you write that. So like very amazing. And it really is the structure of creativity. It really is play in the heart, play in the mind, and play in the soul. Play in creative concepts and believe in yourself. Book number 1 was all about worthiness. If you don't believe in yourself, you're not gonna play in level 4. Fact, you have to play in level 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what this year looks like. It's very mind-blowing. My mind's been blown several times. And that is okay. So we are now in the 4th year. We're halfway done my 4th book. I'm very excited. We are working on a series as well about love. It just makes sense. It just went there. So What is Love was my first book in the series. My next one was Love is a Deeper Understanding of Self. And when I am done Diligence and Proficiency in Play, we get to finish our other series, which is Love is a Deeper Understanding of the Universe. So like, yes. So we still have 5, 6, 7 years to play in the empire for it to become the actual empire. So I have not written these books because they haven't been real. I haven't gotten to level 5. I haven't gotten to level 6. I haven't gotten to level 7. So when I am done level 4, level 5 is primed for auspicious opportunities. So like you never know. And like I have created synergy this year with all of my cohorts. And part of synergy is teaching, training, and loving on people so that like they become people you know, like, and trust in business. You cannot do business alone. You have to bring other people with you. So because you have brought other people with you, auspicious opportunities happen for everyone. So it's not just my 7 streams of income and my 7 streams of spiritual growth. So in cohort, there's 7 of us, which is fascinating. That number is everywhere. 7 is a completion number. 7 is holy number. So I have 7 streams of income, 7 streams of spiritual growth. Every single one of us will have, quote unquote, 7 streams of income, 7 streams of spiritual growth. So 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7 times. I didn't know I was going to live this life. I was going to die 5 years ago, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh, we're like almost on 6 years ago from a serious heart condition. And I believe in miracles. So like we can close that chapter after my 7th year. But like, I am a miracle. You are a miracle. I believe in miracles. I believe in creating miracles. And I want miracles to be created every day by you and by me. We're going to live in a miracle world. Which I know sounds crazy if you've never heard it. Okay, so 5 is auspicious opportunities. 6 is soul purpose. So we were designed in the spiritual realm. We have a purpose in the spiritual realm. And why we get so empty and so unfulfilled in life is that God-shaped hole, that void within us of our soul is not being fed. So how do you feed your soul? And that's soul purpose. 7 streams of income, 7 streams of spiritual growth. You're designed to love and you're designed to give and receive love. So soul purpose will be love, like another book of love. And then we reached the Midas touch, the empire. So my 7th year in business is going to be the empire of the soul, the empire of feelings and flow, the empire of mind to create and build, the empire of self-mastery, and the empire of synergy. So like a lot of cool concepts are coming. This is March 2023. And the theme for March is adrenaline. So got a lot of cool things in play. We have neurons firing, new receptors, and like I'm going to get the download of wealth. I'm going to get the download of making a shit ton of money. Matter of fact, I already have it. So we're just firing off some more neurons. So enjoy your day. Find your epiphany that you need to find today. Phoenix Career Development is set on the thought, set on the intention of understand your theory, play in your practice, and choose the legendary journey. So if any of that strikes your fancy and you hate your job, come talk to a professional that knows how to play in creative concepts and knows how to structurally engineer your career development into something that you really, really love. Have a great day. Have a conversation with me.